Christian Dior was the first of his kind. A cherished fashion icon who founded one of the world's leading couture houses that we all love and admire to this day, 80 years later. In a post-war world of suffering and poverty, Dior brought hope and an abundance of joy back to women, allowing them to rediscover femininity, fashion and dignity. In just the short 10 years the world was graced with Dior's designs. He revolutionized women's conception of elegance, beauty and post-war fashion, which we can thank him for today. Every collection was designed with intent of liberating women's dreams and hopes. The French courtier is synonymous today with classic feminine beauty. His impact on the fashion world in such a short space of time will never be forgotten. Dior lives on today through his timeless fashion house that defines couture. Christian Dior was born on January 21, 1905, in Granville, a seaside town in Normandy, France. He came from a wealthy family involved in the fertilizer business. Before entering the world of fashion, Dior studied political science and briefly ran an art gallery. However, he soon shifted his focus to fashion, working as a fashion illustrator for several magazines. Dior grew up considerably wealthy, as the son of a prosperous fertilizer manufacturer, leaving his parents with high hopes of him. As a boy, his heart had always been in art and creativity, despite his parents' wishes of the soon-to-be fashion icon becoming a diplomat. Imagine the world right now without the renowned history and revolutionary fashion house, Dior. He changed the course of fashion forever. As a young ambitious dreamer, he began selling his sketches around the streets of Paris to make some pocket money. Upon leaving school, his passions grew and he knew he had to follow his devotion for art. Finally, his father willingly agreed and helped him invest into his own art gallery. The gallery was a huge success fueled by his passions. He even sold the work of acclaimed artists including Pablo Picasso. Dior was left with no choice but to close his art gallery forever. Faced with unimaginable challenges of the arrival of the Great Depression, the tragic death of both his brother and mother and the collapse of his father's business, Dior was faced with a sorrowful time, yet he chose to continue and find hope, leading him to his first ever steps into the fashion industry. He began working with designer Robert Piguet until he was called up for dreaded military service in 1940. After being released from service in 1942, he continued his path into the fashion industry as he began working for couturier Lucien Long. Becoming a primary designer, he learned the ins and outs of the couture industry alongside his colleague Pierre Balmain. Unaware they would both become successful fashion designers, running their own houses that stood the test of time, and are recognized today as prestigious French icons. Late 1946 brings us the moment that incessantly will change fashion forever. Christian Dior was born. Starting his own fashion couture house in December 1946, he was ready to showcase his talents to the world. 30th Avenue Montaigne was where it all began, on the snowy streets of Paris. Although the revolutionary fashion house was formed in 1946, Dior reclaims 1947 as the beginning when he launched his first ever collection. In just under 3 months, he curated a collection that would change women's fashion forever, completed of 90 looks. February 12, 1947, the honored designer showcased his first debut. It was here at his own very first show that he curated the renowned New Look. Originally thought to be named by legendary fashion editor Carmel Snow, the chief of Harper's Bazaar at the time. Showcasing the end of WW2, Christian Dior's designs were groundbreaking and ahead of their time. The cinched-in waist and embodied full skirt celebrated femininity. The new look became an instant sensation, marking a departure from the practical and austere styles of wartime fashion. Dior's designs were characterized by elegance, femininity, and a celebration of luxury. Dior quickly became a global phenomenon, and his brand expanded internationally. The House of Dior introduced ready-to-wear collections, fragrances, accessories, and other luxury goods. The fashion world had never seen such elaborate designs, using an abundance of fabric to create his lavish, elegant look to celebrate women. It was unheard of to use so much fabric in a time pre-war was full of rationing. But Dior wanted to celebrate life after the war and embrace women's beauty and femininity, encouraging joy and extravagance again. The distinguished fashion house became inundated with orders and desire for the pieces. With attention from world-famous stars Margot Fonteyn and Rita Hayworth, Dior's demand and fame rose instantly. With a striking rise of significance in the fashion industry, Dior was even invited to present a collection for the British royal family. Before we continue our story, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Don't forget also to turn on the notification bell to be updated in our every uploads. Along with his business partner, Dior began to manufacture and design luxury accessories. At first, his move into expanding beyond couture was criticized as cheapening the industry. But it wasn't long until nearly all French fashion houses followed in his footsteps, creating a reachable and profitable move. The respected and admired designer provided women all over the world with some of the most intricate and beautiful garments of their time. His elegant and feminine approach to fashion and liberating women after the war changed the course of women's fashion forever. His superstitious ways were shown within his garments. Each collection had to include a coat named after his original hometown, and within each show, one model carried or wore his favorite flowers, lilies. As a strong believer in tarot cards, he never began a couture show without first seeing his card reader. Over the years, Dior created numerous iconic designs, including the bar suit and the A-line silhouette. His creations were worn by celebrities and royalty, solidifying the brand's status as a symbol of elegance and sophistication. As the fashion house continued to thrive, 1955 brought the year a young, timid Yves Saint Laurent was employed by Christian Dior. Flourishing as Dior's design assistant, Dior went on to confide in Saint Laurent's mother to explain he had chosen the young boy to carry the heritage of the house once he passes. At only 52, this left his mother confused at this powerful statement. Whether this conversation was led by Dior's superstitions, a tarot reading or an utter coincidence. The esteemed fashion phenomenon later died that year. After suffering a huge heart attack at only 52, the entire fashion world mourned his unexpected loss dearly. His passing shook the world, with just over 2,500 people attending the beloved designer's funeral. Christian Dior will forever live on in his legacy of the respected fashion house, and how he stood up for women and offered them an escape to something beautiful. Christian Dior passed away in October 24, 1957, but the House of Dior continued to thrive under the guidance of various creative directors. Each creative director brought their own vision to the brand, contributing to its evolution while maintaining the essence of Dior's legacy. The House of Dior remains one of the most influential and prestigious names in the fashion industry. Christian Dior's enduring legacy finds its most exquisite expression in the realm of haute couture. These meticulously crafted creations stand as a testament to his unwavering pursuit of elegance, innovation, and artistic expression. The brand's subsequent creative directors, including Yves Saint Laurent, John Galliano, Raf Simons, and Maria Grazia Chiuri, each contributed their unique flair while paying homage to Dior's heritage. They upheld the brand's essence, blending tradition with contemporary innovation, ensuring that Christian Dior's spirit remains alive within the house. Christian Dior's indelible impact on the fashion universe remains immeasurable. His ability to transform post-war fashion and redefine femininity in design left an indelible mark, paving the way for future generations of designers. His legacy endures not only through his iconic creations but also through the everlasting influence he wielded over the fashion landscape. The glorious history of Christian Dior is characterized by its groundbreaking designs, influential creative directors, and its enduring legacy as one of the most iconic fashion houses in the world. Let's delve into the key moments and milestones that have shaped the brand's history. Christian Dior's legacy is marked by its profound influence on fashion and popular culture. The brand has dressed numerous celebrities, royalty, and influential figures. Dior's designs have been exhibited in museums worldwide, and the brand's influence extends beyond fashion, permeating art, photography, and film. Today, Christian Dior continues to be at the forefront of luxury fashion, combining heritage and innovation. The brand's unwavering commitment to craftsmanship, its ability to evolve with the times, and its ability to capture the essence of elegance and femininity have ensured its enduring legacy and position as a true icon in the fashion industry. Christian Dior has achieved remarkable success in the luxury world due to several key factors that have contributed to its enduring reputation and position as one of the leading fashion houses. In 1996, British fashion designer John Galliano was appointed creative director. He previously worked for Givenchy, and at Dior he received praise for his haute couture and ready-to-wear collections. However, in 2011 John Galliano was fired from Dior because of his anti-Semitic remarks. His ex-assistant Bill Gayton took over as interim designer for a short period, before it was decided that Raf Simons would be the new creative designer. Raf Simons left Dior after a short 3 years, so he could focus on his own brand. On April 11, 2012 that Raf Simons was appointed as the new artistic director of Dior. Acclaimed for his minimalist designs, sharp silhouettes and effortlessly chic aesthetic, Simons was an interesting choice as his work greatly contrasted Galliano's eccentric and flamboyant style. In the hopes of moving forward from the embarrassment Galliano brought to the Dior name, the company was more than eager to go in a new direction. Slimane familiarized himself with haute couture, as the designer had no previous experience in this field, and spent much time in the Dior archives. Hedi Slimane presented his first collection for Dior on July 2, the Fall/Winter 2012 haute couture line, It Thrive. Named the New Couture by the company, Slimane was the breath of fresh air Dior so desperately needed. His work made more reference to Mr. Dior than to the House of Dior, with pieces inspired by Dior's post-World War designs. Christian Dior, a prominent French fashion designer, founded the House of Dior in 1946. His vision and designs played a pivotal role in reshaping post-World War II fashion and re-establishing Paris as the global center for haute couture. The House of Dior continues to be a major player in the fashion world, with a strong presence in haute couture, ready-to-wear, accessories, and beauty products. And that's the wrap of our story for today. Thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel, and also please press the notification bell to be updated in our every uploads.